What's going on, everybody? Zenon here from a Car Guy's Garage, coming at you with another vlog today. No questions today. I just posted on Instagram looking for some new questions, but I have other questions to answer. But yeah, if you're looking for something new, you want something talked about, discussed, info, anything, drop them in the comments or send me an email or direct message me. Do whatever you want, and I'll get a video out for those. But today we're going to talk about my current injury with my my chest. So for those who don't really follow me on Facebook or Instagram, but follow me on YouTube, which there are a few subscribers, so thank you. On Thursday, I turned around and I tore my pec. So, and for everybody else, I had posted it on Instagram. I was hesitant to post it because as a business, sometimes personal stuff you shouldn't really involve in your business. But at the end of the day, if I'm not able to work, or if I'm not able to work at the speed that is normal, like my production time is around 10 to 14 days. That's what I give myself. Instead of making excuses, this is just, I put out a post saying, look, I just hurt myself and it's not good. And I know that we shouldn't mix business with personal stuff, but I have to in this instance. And I share when my machines break, or when I'm having issues with this or issues with that, like with powder coating or compressors breaking or anything like that, like contamination of the powder. I share that stuff with you guys because, like I said, this channel or my business or my insights, my day-to-day, what I go through, it is to turn around and help you out in your future endeavors, or if you're considering getting your own business and starting it up and sacrificing and putting everything into that. I want to give you guys my experiences and my knowledge and my ups and downs so that you could turn around and learn from that. And it's funny that going through what I go through on a daily, how many people they appreciate the information, but then there are other people who are just very, very, I don't know, negative towards it, because everybody has their own view, and I'm not taking that away from anybody, but everybody has their own view on how they should do things or how things should be. And at the end of the day, like I said, this is my channel. This is me documenting what I've been through, what I'm going through, my goals, my failures, and all that stuff. So take this with a grain of salt, if you will. Take it and learn from it. Take it and make changes to the way that you're doing something, because you might have said, oh man, that's actually pretty smart, or that's informative, or that's beneficial. So do whatever you need to do. So we're going to talk about the injury. The injury, so Thursday, downstairs, doing some bench press. I have a goal for June, July to be back up to 315 pounds for reps and sets. And for those that don't know, sets are the amount of times you do it, and the reps are the amount of lifts, repetitions that you do within that set. So my goal for obviously June or July was to be able to do 3 sets of 8. And that's not really a goal that was, far out there. I had been working and working, getting my way up there. And I was having a really, really good session there on Thursday. And I just kept going up and up and up and up and up. And I hit, 275. I did about 4 sets at that. And then I decided, you know what, I'm going to go heavier. And when I went heavier on my 5th or 6th rep, as I was coming down, I just felt this ripping and sharp shooting pain go from my chest all the way down into my arm. Now, thankfully, I racked the weight, no problem, no issues. And the first thing I did was actually ripped off my shirt to see if I could see deformation, because years ago I turned around and did my bicep. And when I did it, it scared the hell out of me, for one. But two, I could see that the bicep had gone up near the shoulder. So, because it had ripped here and the bicep just shot up, and it was up here. So I don't know if the camera could see that, but yeah. So I've been through a muscle tear before. I've had minor ones, obviously, throughout my life. When I was younger, I was really, really stupid in the way that I lifted, but it was cool back then. It's not that cool now. So took off my shirt. Didn't see any bruising right away, obviously, but I didn't see any deformation, but I saw that the chest was really, really like swollen already. And that could have been from working out, but I could see that something was already wrong. So ran upstairs, got my wife, and went to the hospital, and we were there for about, I don't know, 4 hours. Got in there. The doctor was like, yeah, you have a muscle tear. Gonna have to get you in for an MRI, but shouldn't really take an MRI yet. Let the swelling go down, and then we'll get you back in here. So I went home, and that was that, right? So over the past 3 days, Friday was a very, very hard day for me because everything was still new. So I was icing it, relaxing, hot compress, and all that good stuff. And then Saturday I tried to work a little, and it wasn't really good. It was actually very, very, very hard. So I have full movement, obviously, in my arm. I could lift it up. If I wanted to go all the way up, I could. I have full movement, but I have no strength in terms of pushing. So even just now, I dropped something on the floor, bent down to get it, knelt down, and then I went to use my arm to pull me up and try to push it, and there was nothing there except for pain. And for running a manual machine, this is going to be a huge problem for me, and I'm going to have to find a way to work, obviously, to work around that. So we have the tailstock on the machine where I have to turn around and move it's like a drill to go in and out of the metal. For threading as well, I do threading by hand, so that's going to be a new challenge where I'm probably going to have to turn around and use my right hand and my left hand somehow. For running the machine, doing the chamfers, doing the angles, and all that stuff, I have to use my right hand because the machine is for, I don't want to say it's for right-hand people, but it's designed for, right-hand people. And so those little areas are going to be very, very challenging for me. Anything that is a pressing movement is going to be very, very, very hard. Anything that is using a rotation movement is going to be challenging on all that stuff, because it's not just the chest that it's affected. It's also down into the shoulders and down into the biceps, and I still have numbness obviously in my forearm. So I am bruising in the bicep and I am bruising in the chest. It started actually late. It started yesterday, which was surprising, but like my physiotherapist said, it's only going to get worse. So everything from here down is going to be a challenge. So why do I share this stuff with you, with the world, with the internets and all that? Well, my life now is going to be physio, obviously, and it's going to be rebuilding myself. And you know what? It could have been far worse. Absolutely, it could have been way, 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 way worse. And there are ways that I could get around to working and getting stuff made and getting stuff done, and I will turn around and do that, but it's going to take me a lot longer. So instead of a shift knob taking me, say, 1.5 hours to 2 hours, a resin knob usually takes me about 3. Obviously those times are probably going to increase 50 to 75% because I am slower, I don't have the movement, and I don't have the strength, and I get tired actually pretty quickly now after an injury because of all the stress that the muscles are on right now. So things are going to be tough. And I tell you guys this, and I say this over and over and over again. I have some lofty goals for this year. Road to 1,000 orders, that's a big one. Getting out to more car shows, that's a big one. And just turning around and improving everything. I want to order the backdrop and the new lights and all that to get better videos out there, but it's a money thing right now. And going into doing physio and all that stuff now, well, I'm looking at $50 a visit, so 3 times a day. You can do the math. It's going to take about 3 months to 6 months to get back to normal. So you could do the math at $50 a day, 3 times a week. It's not going to be cheap. And that's going to actually hurt me and my bottom dollar a lot. So I have videos out there saying, if you're going to quit your job and go into business full time, have at least like 50 G's in the bank. See, here's a very, very big learning experience for not only myself, but I already knew this, but for you guys, say, well, you know, what could happen? Oh, you could get hurt, or you could get sick, or you could get this or that. So I've gotten hurt now, and I'm going to have to still work, which is fine. I can still do a lot of my stuff. It's going to take a little bit longer, but guess what? Those car shows, that's going to be pretty hard to meet now over the next 2 or 3 months, because I got to focus on getting better. So I have the Rumble Nation season opener coming up on the 25th of May. I've already started making stuff for that. And the good thing about that is that I have a lot of stuff already made specifically for the car show. So there are a few car shows before that right now I'm very hesitant to turn around and send any messages out to confirm or reconfirm or to get a booth, because I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, right? And these things happen. And that's why I turn around and make these videos, to let people know. So if you have your own business, you know, insurances are obviously good for that. Having money in the bank is good for that. And this is just another stepping stone for me to learn, not only as a business, but me as an individual, as an entrepreneur, as like someone who's just starting out. Even though I've been in business for a year and a bit, you have to learn, and these are growing pains, and I'm in another growing pain situation now. So yeah, orders are still going to go out. I'm still going to work as hard as I can. I'm going to be hindered, obviously, with time frames sometimes, and I'm really going to try to stay on course, and hopefully people understand that. And if not, they're going to go elsewhere, which is really going to hurt me as a business. But at the end of the day, I understand that this is my fault, and it's just part of life, and I will obviously get better, and then I will come out of this and I will be a different person, and I'll be more educated and inspired, I guess, to continue on this path. So with that all being said, thank you everyone for all the emails, the messages, the comments, and all that stuff in regards to this. I really hope you all stick around, and anybody who's thinking about ordering actually does put an order through, because it's going to help me out a lot, because now it's not about paying debt, it's about paying to fix me. And I'm optimistic everything's going to be okay. Hopefully won't need surgery, and we'll just go from there, right? So I'm going to end this because I'm not in the right state of mind to keep going, because it actually just hit me like a ton of bricks. So yeah, thank you very much. Any questions, comments, concerns, whatever, send them my way. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do whatever you need to do. I really appreciate it, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right, everyone, take it easy, and we'll see you next time.